Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV Nightly News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Zaria Holloman.
And I'm Evanson Franklove. New statewide survey says next month's Republican primary for the U.S. Senate is turning into a nail-biter. The three-way race puts incumbent Senator John Cornyn against Attorney General Ken Paxton and Houston Congressman Wesley Hunt. The poll shows Republican voters are likely to send Cornyn and Paxton into a May runoff. Based upon today's poll, Paxton would lead that race, but the margin is narrow. President Trump has yet to endorse anyone in the race, and more than half of those surveyed say that endorsement would make them more likely to support one candidate over the other. All of this is the setup for November's general election, where the Republican candidate will face either Dallas Representative Jasmine Crockett or Houston State Representative James Tallarico.
Are heating up not only at the state level, but also around the city. UNT's Undergraduate Political Science Association is hosting an alumni looking to win votes in Denton County election. NTTV reporter Haley Stum is live at the event to tell us more. Haley?
That's right, Zaria. I'm here outside UNT's Business Leadership Building, where the UPSA is currently hosting the City of Denton Mayor Gerard Hudspeth. The UPSA welcomed Mayor Hudspeth to campus in order to speak on his time as a UNT student and also his mayoral career. Currently, Mayor Hudspeth is opening the floor to questions, and when I checked in earlier, a lot of those questions were concerning his current campaign. He'll look to impress potential voters from tonight, running for Denton County Commissioner to be voted on March 3rd. From UNT campus, I'm Haley Stum, NTTV News.
Thanks, Haley. You know, after dealing with politics, it really just makes me want to go out and have some fun in the sun, but I'm really hoping that the weather's okay today.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Thank goodness it's finally been looking up these last few days. In fact, let's check in with our weather reporter, Ian Cropper, to know what else we can expect this week.
Thanks, guys. Now, the weather since that brutal winter storm a few weeks ago has mostly calmed down, and tonight we're going to be seeing more of the same. Right now, our current temperature is 72. That's also the feels like, and you got a slight south-southeasterly wind at 6 miles per hour. Going over to tomorrow's weather, you're going to see more of the same, just a bit cooler. It's going to be 68 degrees. It's going to feel like that, and that same wind is going to be there. Now, going into tomorrow, it is going to get a bit cloudier, but the temperature should be around that same mark. You're going to see an afternoon temperature of around 73 degrees. The wind will pick up a little bit, going towards the southwest at 13 miles per hour. For more information, I'll be back later in the show. For now, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Ian. The story that has captivated the nation is reaching its 9th day. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her residence in Tucson, Arizona. Authorities have a ransom note that demands $6 million in Bitcoin be paid by today at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Find out more with CNN's Ivan Rodriguez.
As the deadline for a purported ransom note approaches, investigators have been working around the clock. On Saturday, the Guthrie family released a video saying, quote, "We will pay for their mother's release." Nancy Guthrie was last seen by her family on January 31st, when she joined relatives for dinner and game night near her home outside Tucson, Arizona. The search for the 84-year-old is now in its 9th day. Former SWAT team Captain Josh Sherrard says he doesn't believe there's been direct communication between the Guthrie family and any alleged abductors.
We still have no valid two-way communication with this possible hostage taker and the author of these ransom notes. It's been all one way. And I think that both sides are probably getting a little desperate as to start that communication before that deadline comes up.
The deadline in one of the initial purported ransom notes was for Monday at 5 p.m., demanding millions in Bitcoin. In a video released Saturday, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings issued a clear message.
We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Retired FBI Supervisory Agent Lance Lessing says investigators are closely working with the Guthrie family.
They're following a pretty solid playbook, trying to humanize the victim initially in that first, trying to open lines of communication, trying to get proof of life. This second statement, very different, but still a playbook. Still offering to pay, offering to get that open line of communication. How do we pay?
Sunday afternoon, investigators were seen examining a septic tank near Nancy Guthrie's property, and they were also seen on video using a large stick going inside of the tank, also using a flashlight to have a better idea of what could be inside. We don't know for sure why they were there. The Pima County Sheriff says they've been going back to multiple locations to continue their investigation. In Catalina Foothills, Arizona, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Tonight, Crime Stoppers are asking for your help. 2 weeks ago, a man was arrested for multiple incidents of indecent exposure at both the UNT and TWU campuses. 27-year-old Jeremiah Devereaux was taken into custody January 31st for following women into restrooms, locker rooms, and exposing himself. Detectives believe there may be additional victims who have not come forward. Anyone with information or had a similar interaction, contact Detective David Acree at 940-349-7993. Anonymous tips can also be sent to the Denton County Crime Stoppers.
Vehicles have been targeted and vandalized at a local apartment complex. We have the details.
And up next, a landmark social media trial begins, which has many questioning the safety of children online.
What's up? Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes, or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Parents, do your teenagers need to be somewhere but you can't drop them off? Have no fear, Lyft has a solution. The popular rideshare app is now allowing parents to set up accounts specifically for their teens. Lyft promises a safe ride, including drivers who pass an extensive background check. And parents will be able to track where their teens are at all times throughout the journey. Lyft is launching this service in cities including Dallas-Fort Worth, New York, Atlanta, and 200 other cities.
Do we know what numbers are in
Is social media doing more harm than good to teenagers? The first ever trial against the social media issue happens this week. Alex Schwartz has the story. Alex?
That's what you say, yeah. Thank you, Zaria. The social media giants. Thank you, Zaria. The trial against social media and Meta YouTube started today, alleging that the companies cause a mental health decline in teenagers. The plaintiff is a 20-year-old woman who alleges that Instagram and YouTube caused a decline in her mental health. When she was younger, the woman and her mom claimed that the companies use her addictive practices. She claims that the apps cause her to have anxiety, low self-esteem, and suicidal thoughts. Attorneys for Meta and YouTube argue her family's life caused those issues. Attorneys also say in recent years, the companies have added new safety measures to keep young users safe. This ruling could affect other lawsuits against them. I'm Alex Schwartz, back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Alex. Well, February is not only Super Bowl and Olympics month, it's also Mardi Gras, and UNT students didn't have to travel too far to celebrate this year.
The University Program Council hosted their very own celebration in the Emerald Ballroom, and NTTV's Shannon Todd has more. Shannon?
Thank you, guys. UNT is known for its outstanding music program, and the live music was in fact the heart of this Mardi Gras celebration. I am so glad that I did not need to take that trip to Louisiana this year because I got to celebrate Mardi Gras right here in Denton. Colorful lights and the rhythm of jazz filled the Emerald Ballroom as UNT students celebrated Mardi Gras. The University Program Council brought the spirit of the Louisiana-based holiday to Denton, Texas. From live music to mask making, the event transformed the ballroom into a New Orleans-style celebration.
Planning it was so much fun. It was really fun exploring like different layers and music, and UNT's a big jazz school, so including jazz artists that were local, that was really important to me.
Students who attended stayed, ate, and even created art pieces to take home with them.
I feel like I was genuinely immersed into a real Mardi Gras event. While I was making my mask as well, it was really cool. I made this mask. It was really cool, yes.
Many students gave credit to the live music performed by a new jazz band made up of freshmen. The UNT Jazz program became the heart of the event. From the moment the band began to play, the atmosphere changed.
We're basically all part of UNT College of Music, the jazz department. Me, Nick, the guitarist, and John, the drummer, we are all freshmen, so we met through jam sessions for freshmen. I like it here, I like it that people are embracing what we do, and it's my first time Mardi Gras ever in my life, so that's a very good thing. I didn't expect that at all, so thank you.
UNT Music has one of the best jazz programs, and here at Mardi Gras that the UPC has hosted, we can see that on full display.
For many, the jazz performance made the night unforgettable, connecting people through sound. And for the musicians, it was more than the entertainment. It was an opportunity to share their craft. Between the live music, photos, and classic Mardi Gras bites, it was a night worth remembering. Those Hush Puppies were so amazing, and that jazz band really brought the event to life. That's all I have for you guys. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Shannon. Seeing that really made me want to go out there on the dance floor and get jiggy with it. I just need to figure out if this weather is going to last.
You know what? You're absolutely right, because it never stays long enough. But you know what? Let's go ahead and turn to our weather reporter, Ian Cropper, and see what this week has in store for us. Ian?
Thanks, guys. Now, that pattern I described earlier of 70s and low 60s with some clouds but no rain holds across much of the DFW region. You see that even though Dallas-Fort Worth is only about 40 miles south of us, they're a full 5 degrees hotter, and that holds across the region. Your low in the region is going to be 67 up in Gainesville, while your high is going to be 77 in the Twin Cities. Moving out to the state as a whole, just one moment. And we see that that pattern largely holds, although with a bit more variance. Our high is all the way down in Austin at 79, where our low remains at 67, this time in El Paso. Going to the north, you do have some slightly higher temperatures, such as 71 in Amarillo and Oklahoma City, while going to the west, you see 74 in both Houston and Shreveport. Now let's get that 7-day forecast. And you see the pattern of 70s and 60s with cloudy skies is going to continue throughout most of the week. There's only one day with a substantial chance of rain, but unfortunately for all our lovebirds, it is going to be on Valentine's Day. And it's not just rain, it's thunderstorms. So if you're planning a reservation with that special someone, make sure it's inside. If you do want a day to do something outdoors, I would recommend Sunday. Even though the high is only going to be 65, you should still have sun. And that is all I have for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Ian. Just a few days and love will light up the sky. It'll be Valentine's Day.
That's right, but love comes at a cost. A national survey says Americans will spend $29 billion on Valentine's Day. The National Retail Federation says the average American will spend $200 on gifts for the weekend holiday. It's not just buying things for your significant other. Folks are buying gifts for family members, classmates, teachers, and coworkers.
Candy is the most popular gift, my favorite, but no one is buying $200 worth of candy. The gifts include flowers, jewelry, and even some fancy nights out on the town. Also a very good choice.
Now, instead of spending too much money on Valentine's Day, many young adults should think about saving their money to purchase a home. Owning a home is something many Americans dream of achieving, but today's housing prices make it hard to own property. I got a chance to talk to multiple real estate agents and get their advice for young adults who want to own a home in DFW.
According to the Federal Reserve economic data, in 2016, the median house price in DFW was around $359,000. In 2025, that price has risen to $425,000. So can young adults afford a home in DFW?
We're looking about 20% of people that in that age range, 25 to 35, that can actually just go out and afford a property.
In order to purchase a $400,000 home, an individual would have to make just over $100,000 per year. The data shows 18 to 25% of Americans make over $100,000, but there are a unique few who plan ahead.
You know, when I was in community college, when I was 19, we had a professor that said 90% of you will not own a home because it's too hard for kids your age to buy homes. And I thought, heck no, that's not me. I'm going to own a home. So I started putting my money away even more so just to make sure that I was able to attain one.
So what is the best advice for young adults looking to purchase a home?
After Valentine's Day, I think I'm going to be putting my money away for that mansion.
Super Bowl ads were all the talk last night, and one company took the cake for the 10th year in a row.
Have you dreamed of being an Olympian? After the break, we'll teach you how to train like one.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants. I love how Flex is a cashless payment method and can be used at all campus dining venues.
So, how do you use Flex?
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DATQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DATQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DATQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DATQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Some UNT students are having a rough start to their week.
That's right, Zaria. Students' cars are being vandalized with the suspect leaving messages behind. NTTV's Katie Muncie has more. Katie?
Thanks, guys. That is right. This past week, multiple cars have been vandalized at the Gateway Apartments near campus. According to a social media post, vandals are targeting loud cars, with one person even receiving a note that said, "If you don't get your muffler fixed, I'm going to keep doing this." And I'm here with the recipient of that note, Jean Amois. Jean, what was your reaction when you found out that you walked outside your apartment and your car had been vandalized?
Initially, I was just shocked. I thought it was just a spray paint, so I was like, just another prank. But after seeing the key marks, I was like, this is going to be my whole day.
Yeah, and how long did it take you to get that spray paint off?
I'd say about 20 to 40 minutes. Once I found a good graffiti remover, it just kind of came right off, not too bad.
Okay, well, that's good. That's still not a great way to start your Monday off, but that's all I have. If your car's targeted, please reach out to the non-emergency number for the Denton Police. That's all I have with NTTV Nightly News. I'm Katie Muncie.
Thanks, Katie. Dancing robots and a delivery drone crashes into a North Texas apartment. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at this.
We've all seen those Boston Dynamics videos showing their robots running and dancing, but with this latest one, I feel like now they're just showing off. The company shared a clip of their Atlas robot pulling off a cartwheel and backflip combo that would make an Olympic judge do a double take. It was part of the final technical tests for the company's research model ahead of the rollout of the product version of the humanoid robot, fleets of which are planned for deployment at Hyundai and Google DeepMind. Boston Dynamics says the Atlas will be trained using new AI foundation models for a wide variety of industrial tasks. It wasn't all flawless fancy footwork, though. They also included a hilarious blooper reel showing the many misfires and not-so-smooth moves that happen behind the scenes on the road to robotic refinement. Speaking of bots that don't always stick the landing, an Amazon delivery drone had a rough aerial approach when it reportedly crashed near a Richardson, Texas apartment building, raining down debris before plummeting to the ground. The cause of the crash is unclear, but no injuries were reported, and Amazon said the building, quote, sustained minimal damage and it's arranging repairs. It also apologized for any inconvenience. I'm Jeremy Roth.
If you've been watching the Olympics and felt inspired to start your fitness journey, you're not alone. Our segment anchor, Alexandria Teeters, has more on how you can feel like an Olympian. Alexandria?
Thanks, Evanson. Unfortunately, not everyone is destined to be the next Simone Biles, but you can make some changes to feel like a pro athlete. Dr. George Eldairy with Orlando Health says feeling good starts with hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. If you're starting from zero, start off by dedicating some time out of your day to get your body moving. After that, set up a routine and stay consistent. 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week and 2 or 3 days of strength training is recommended. Exercise is not the only part, though. A consistent sleep schedule and a balanced diet are key to making progress. Don't push yourself too hard, though. Michael Phelps wasn't built in a day. That's all I have for you tonight. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alexandria. Well, you may think the Olympics is all about human athletes, but one of the most famous groups of athletes are four-legged.
The Budweiser Clydesdales, of course. Not only are they great athletes, but they are fan favorites. The Bud Light commercial with these heartwarming little guys won the best Super Bowl ad for the 10th time in a row, beating major companies such as Lay's, Pepsi, and Dunkin'. The USA Today ad meter scored all of the Super Bowl ads. The Super Bowl ad tells a touching story about an eagle rescued by one of the famous Clydesdales. The ad is set to the Lynyrd Skynyrd song Free Bird and also celebrates the 150th anniversary of the company. Even though the Super Bowl game wasn't as exciting as we thought, I still enjoyed the game.
Well, I didn't even get a chance to watch it, so guess it's a good thing Beth Spicer is here to give us a recap. Beth?
Thanks, guys. A Super Bowl recap, drama over the gold in Italy, and UNT ties to the Olympics. All that and more coming up after the break. Oh, I just have them in green.
To experience artwork at the art exhibit from your own talented Eagle artists. This free exhibit features a rotating selection of incredible artworks from talented Mean Green artists. Don't miss your chance to experience creativity up close. Stop by anytime during union hours. Want to hear more from the artist yourself? Join us at the Ask and Eat reception, where you can dive deeper into the creative process and enjoy a good conversation over a bite to eat. Don't miss the latest exhibit at the UNT Union. Immerse yourself in the art and be sure to explore the many other exciting exhibits rotating in throughout the semester.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have two traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at medianorthtexas.com.
That was pretty good.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pool Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
The Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl with a 29-13 win over the New England Patriots. Defense won the game with the Seahawks sacking Drake May 6 times and not allowing the Patriots to score until the fourth quarter. Running back Kenneth Walker III was named MVP after becoming the first running back to rush more than 50 yards against the Patriots this postseason. Seattle kicker Jason Myers set 2 records by kicking 5 field goals and scoring 17 points, most for a kicker. The drama has started, Team USA winning gold in figure skating by only 1 point over Japan. Quad god Ilya Melvin brought everything he had with him yesterday to score 203 to break the team tie with Japan. The win gives US its second medal of the Games. Japan ends with silver and Italy with bronze. UNT alumni Kelly Duckla shows up loud and proud for Puerto Rico. Duckla competes in skeleton, where athletes race head first and face down on a sled. She found her passion after befriending former UNT football player Johnny Quinn. Quinn competed in the 2014 Olympics in bobsledding. Duckla competes Friday and Saturday for the chance for a medal. That's all I have for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Beth. Well, the grandmother of Juneteenth now has a Barbie doll in her image. Doll maker Mattel released the Opal Lee doll as part of their Inspiring Women series.
The Fort Worth native is wildly credited for the creation of the national holiday after years of advocating that included a 1,400-mile trek to Washington in 2021. UNT awarded Lee an honorary doctorate degree in 2023.
Lee's granddaughter says the 99-year-old Lee will hold a Washington, D.C. march this summer as part of the national celebration of the country's 250th birthday. Wow, thanks for watching NTTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.